to be said that there's always mystery attached to those very mysterious children of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, otherwise known as Harry and Meghan. I mean, from the off, when you think about it, it's just remained a mystery. Everything has been shrouded in mystery. Now, seemingly, as Meghan pointed out in that interview with Oprah Winfrey, she didn't feel comfortable sharing all of that aspect of her life. She didn't want to basically use her children as some fodder, as that's what she said. But that was all quickly wiped away, wasn't it, for that Netflix series. More than happy then to sort of infringe their own privacy, taking snaps and, of course, footage of their two children for the world to see. Proving, of course, that everything is for sale once you need some income. But what's interesting here is the biggest story recently was, of course, the christening of Princess Lily. That really caught a lot of people out by surprise. As we told you also recently, what was strange was the fact that, as we now know, because he said it vocally on the docu-series, the alleged godfather, and we have to say that because we're not quite sure who truly is the godfather, the billionaire film producer Tyler Perry apparently would be happy to do it as long as he didn't have to come over here and do all of that church thing, How nice, how wonderful and respectful, don't you think? Very nice indeed. But you see, the bigger picture was this, that then it was emerged and leaked out as ever to their own marketing teams called People Magazine, who told us everything in breathtaking sort of, excitement about what had gone on, the playlist, what people ate, all of that sort of stuff. But the biggest problem over here really was the fact that no one within senior members of the British monarchy recalls anything ever being delivered in the way of invites. Now, wouldn't it be strange if you think about this, that if there were invites to such a prestigious event, and as I said, it would have been very difficult for senior members of the British monarchy to attend because their diaries are planned well in advance. Yes, things can be moved, but there's also a security element attached. By sending people over to an area without that's not being checked out, on a reconnaissance, then how can you possibly say, oh, do come over for the christening of, your granddaughter? It just doesn't really make sense. So according to that very good source, and as ever we have to say allegedly, within inside palace walls, they don't actually recall exactly any invitations being delivered, and they are in a very senior position. So would this have been a private email? And if that was the case, then how come, as Prince Harry said, he's not necessarily in communication with his brother, or indeed seemingly his father? If these were written invitations, perhaps with Meghan's own specialist writing, calligraphy, then why would not one of them at least been put out if it wasn't for even senior members, but just generically to prove that this event was attended by X amount of people? We were also told, were we not, that Diana's sisters also attended, but so far nothing there. Were people asked to sign NDAs? Is seemingly just a mystery. But right now, it's seemingly a mystery that people are very interested in, because according to very good sources over here, senior members of the British monarchy have never refuted or indeed spoken out publicly about this particular incident. But nobody truly can recall exactly any offer, invitation, personal invite being delivered. Now, unless this is actually seen by anybody in the public domain, we can only take Harry and Meghan's word for this. And quite frankly, we all know where that leaves us, do we not? Neil Sean in the very heart of London.